Hey everybody, Zyle here. Welcome back to another Rockets Not Included episode. As everybody who watched the last episode would know, the base had fallen under some duress. We had a few disasters occurring, and I had proposed a bunch of ways I was going to fix that. And we're about 70 or 80 cycles later. I did work through all of those, and I'm going to get to that and the solutions and things I've changed in a few minutes. But the first thing is that we've built the rocket, and it's ready to go. And the target is Solala, whatever. Good target. Has natural gas geyser, which I have no natural gas, so I'm going to need access to that if I want to start to, cook on the grill, make frost burgers at some point. Oil reservoir, so there's an oil biome, so that's an achievement, so I will need to do that. Metal rich, which is awesome because I'm metal poor. But mainly it has jungle. I can take some guesses. I'd love it if something was up top that had oxygen. I'm going in there assuming that it's going to be rough. I basically got to land the rocket. So the plan is I've got this set up. We're taking 2 dupes. Here's the inside of the rocket. I've loaded up a whole bunch of barbecue. It's going to help with morale. Set up for 2 dupes. The morale should keep them so they don't start freaking out with everything I've got. You can see I've got, bedroom, mess hall, bathroom, so on. I won't go too much into the systems. Most of the stuff is pretty standard. I did bring an oxygen algae generator, which I will actually turn on at this point, and a bunch of algae that will hopefully last the trip. Some empty containers in case I do have the opportunity to maybe mine some stuff, metals, and just grab whatever's available, Drecko eggs, anything. So I just threw some extras in there because I had the space. 2 mess tables, of course. So there's a carbon dioxide venting system. Loaded up the piping with, other than that, with oxygen, water system. So it's more or less ready to go. Got some power off the generator, the battery outside. So the plan is to launch that planet imminently, like right now. And I'm just going to go through it. And once the rocket's in space, it'll take a cycle and a half to get there. Then I'll go over some of the other stuff while we're waiting live. So I just want to get this thing launched. So need to change the crew. R2-D2 is going to be our pilot, and coming along with him is Boba Fett because he has, I gave him critter wrangling, so he'll be able to grab the Dreckos. You can see I got 4 pods. I'm hoping to grab 4. Pack some steel to make the drop on the planet. To, make the landing pad. And it's more or less it. It's a steam. I use a steam system to fill it full of steam. And it's 10 tiles, so it'll get there and back. Okay, so they're ready to go. Change this to crew. This is turned off, so they have to use the or no, it isn't. It's turned on now, so they have to use it. So crew is called. Mask on. Boom. Pause. Go inside. I don't want to waste any drop of oxygen, so I'm going inside, finding him, and unequip. Okay. Go back outside. Unpause. On and in, and pause. Where is he? Why don't I see him? Am I blind? Where did he go? Oh, he's in the bathroom. Good job. Okay, got equipped. Okay, so they're ready to go. Nothing's grounded, nothing's deactivated, everything is looking good. I don't think there's anything else I need to do. Double check that they are allowed to consume barbecue. They should be. Yep. Okay, they should be pretty good to go. And go outside. No one has access to either of these doors, so no one's going to come in and do anything stupid and when this thing launches. Check here. Set the destination. Orbit. And looking good. Unreachable. Yeah, whatever. Bye-bye. Oh, here comes the mess of steam. Okay, so they're on their way. This will be a mess for a while. It is what it is. Rough and dirty. Column achievement earned, which will be going to space race. Yeah, great. Another one knocked off. Okay, so back to the system. So, yeah, my plan was, when everything was going to hell, was to go to the other planet and get that 20-degree water and start pumping it in. And that's more or less what I did. So it was located down here. I put a pump in, ran piping, started feeding it through. Things started to correct themselves, and then I started building things out. So one of the things I did was I did the cryo tank thing because it's an achievement. So if I'm doing all the achievements, I have to do it. So I don't like taking dupes at random, but this one I didn't have a choice. So we unlocked him. He's okay. He doesn't like the cold. He needs to sleep with a light on. But other than that, he's okay. I've called him the caretaker, and he kind of lives over here and takes care of stuff. He's had a pretty rough go, as you can see. Finally, his stress is starting to come down. I had to clean all the water up and make sure he can't get wet. It's cold in here. It's dreary. He's alone most of the time. Right now, Darth Vader is visiting because I need someone who can actually do construction quickly. And Vader's been trying to insulate everything off. But yeah, so this system's just kind of running. I give them bathrooms and so on, but nothing here that out of the ordinary. It's still algae and copper ore is primarily what we're shipping. There goes more copper ore, which I need desperately. So check on the rocket. Okay, it's going quickly. On the main base, one of the Reddit users has suggested about how I could make this water balancing better because I was really not utilizing this fully. So I did that, changed things around. Now the hot water is used into this desalinator and feeds the electrolyzers because the output temperature is a static degree, so why not, right? And then the cold water comes in, hits the mixing pot. It's still set up that if it needs warming, which it often does because it's coming in at negative temperatures, then this one feeds in. And so then what ends up happening, we end up, who's scalding? That's nothing. I have a good doctor, so if he gets too hurt, it'll be fine. Yeah, so anyways, if the temperature of the output is still 20, it feeds the refineries, so I can do steel and nothing bursts. It feeds into all the water system for the condos, stays a nice medium temperature. So that helps, is going to keep that cool. It feeds the hospital. It feeds our water supply area. So overall, yeah. And then we have the water still from the other area as backup. But it doesn't have priority. This one does. So it's just if I did run out over here for some reason, this could start feeding again. But otherwise, I don't want to use this one. So it's just there waiting. And we've been steadily increasing. So now we're becoming positive on the cold water, which is good because I'm going to need this cold water to do the slate wheat farming when I get to it. See what we got here, and then we'll check on our. Oh, thank you. Actually, that's probably more deserving over on the dreary planet. So we'll let these guys have a treat. Let's check on the rocket. It's still progressing, and when it's get there, we'll do our landing procedure and try and get a launch pad down or a rocket platform. And everyone's still Vader's still doing good. He's a real trooper. He's so in love with the things he does. His morale stays high. So I'm going to keep him over here as long as the food lasts and as long as his stress doesn't get too out of hand. Speaking of stress, we always like to do this. Follow cam, immediate 5% that day. Stress reduction. Where's my other guy? There he is. You too. Follow cam. There, now he'll have a stress reduction, which is always good. The other thing I added too was a nursery. So, a comment on YouTube from somebody who's been following along. suggested about a nursery idea, and it's actually a very good idea. It's just all it is that when new pips are born into the system, well, other than the feeding area, they like we just if they're born out of here, they get put in here, and they stay here until they're grown up because this only accepts pipsqueaks. Once they're grown up, then they're put into the. If any of these need one, then they're put into that. So it seems to balance things out. I had a death wave, and now we're pretty much running a little bit more even keel. Yeah, so it'll help against death waves, and it certainly it keeps things full. It really helps balance things out. It's almost like one more waiting chamber before you decide that, and I only let it have 4 of them. So if there's more than 4, they auto-wrangle them and put them into the evolution chamber. Finally, the evolution chamber, the meat is caught up to itself. Like we are starting to finally have barbecue on hand, and I'm getting to the point where I think I'm going to be able to start getting rid of the meal, some of the plants to taper down, but I'm trying to be very cautious because I know if I take them away too quickly, I could run into trouble. So anyways, check on our rocket again. All right, so we're in orbit, and I was waiting on Boba to finish his schedule before we can get this underway. So he just slept because I want him fresh. So he's slept and eaten and done all this stuff he has to do. So we're just about ready to get started. So first thing is we need to fire off the orbital cargo. Get the steel down there. That should have gone. Look. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to have to land here because there's 4 of them and I need 4. And probably we'll build the platform. Maybe I'll just stick it right off here. That'll be enough. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. So just to prep all this in advance, because everything has to happen very quickly down here. We don't have any time to even miss a second. So we need to set these up in advance to do that. All right, so we'll get Boba ready. So he needs to get an oxygen mask on. We'll take the one that's filled the most. Boba, 9. And as soon as he gets it on, we will send him down. I'm going to build here, so yeah, it can land here. Okay, so off he goes. Double check. Here he comes. He'll get out, and he will start opening these things as fast as possible. Go, Boba. No, there's Dreckos. We can see now that he landed. I see at least 2. Again, the goal is to get 4. A lot of nice, healthy pinch of pepper plants. Feel good about this planet. Someone got scalded from that steam. So the moment this one's cracked, then I'm going to place the thing. Okay, so I should be able to... Yeah, there it is. And... stick it there. He will grab 2 portions, I hope. And last one. All right, get building, my friend, and go fast. Go, because the rocket still has to land as well. And it's going to land on you if you get in its way. Yeah, there's his oxygen starting to deplete. Okay, so he should have time now. I'm going to go tell him to open this one just so that he gets a little bit out of the way of the rocket. And at the same time, we need to change the destination to here, and we'll bring the rocket down Yeah, so hopefully that's going to all work. And we should be good. Looking good to me. As long as that thing lands before the oxygen runs out, we're golden. Here he is. Lots of steam all over the place. Gonna make it extremely hot. Oh, can Boba get in? Well, I may have to build a ladder real fast. Oh. Sandstone right here. Just dig those out. Be absolutely sure. Okay. And let's just try and say here. 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 Nope. There. See if you'll do that real quick. Come on, man, hurry up. Your life depends on it. Okay, so now he's going in. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And in he goes. Mission accomplished. One small step for a dupe. One great step for mankind, or however the saying goes. Okay, so now we're stable because they've got oxygen inside, they got food, they got bedding, they got all that, and of course all the heat just vented away, so they're not getting scalded or anything. So there's not a whole lot I need to do right here other than to you know, start nailing Dreckos and figuring out what's that. So I'm going to do that because I need to focus on playing at this point and talking. So I'll probably just edit this so that, you know, once I'm ready to leave and stuff, just to show that the mission got successfully done, I'll edit back. So. And we're back here, and yeah, so I managed to grab one Drecko. We got a little bit of ways into it. I was heading down to think about getting another one. These ones would need a longer ladder. But I come to the realization is even despite me building this radiation barrier, they're just getting hit by overall enough radiation and have enough in them that they can't get caught up. And what's been happening is they've been, as you can see, he's major. They're getting soggy feet because they keep vomiting everywhere. So then also, we only had enough food for a certain amount of cycles, and that time has passed. With this much food left, and at the rate it's going, if we don't head out now, I fear this mission will not be successful. So that's what we're gonna do. We did it. We got one Drecko. I can work with one Drecko. I would just hate that he's too old to have an egg. That would be a disaster, but I'm just going to hope and assume that he is young enough to still lay an egg for me, especially if he's being tamed and groomed and all that. I'm sure he will. So it's time to get out of here. Well, the going's still good. Crew, we have to make sure they're both checked. That's looking good. Change the destination back to the home world. All good. Have a look outside. And in he goes. And we're good to launch. It's all good. Let's get out of here, guys. For our Drecko. He does look like an older one. And away they go. We'll be back. It'll be much easier now, return trips, because we know what we're up against and we can come back with a plan. But the iron on this planet, metal rich, this is incredible. And just have to see, what is this here? Natural gas geyser. That's great, because I can come back and piping gas and take a load back home and store it and start using it as needed for cooking, because you don't need that much. So if I want to speed up the Dreckos, I can make a return trip at some point just landing, grabbing a Drecko, getting out, and grabbing 2 Dreckos, getting out. It's a lot more achievable now that we've basically breached the surface. This is going to be a good planet, and I'm going to settle it. Eventually, I'm going to start making a base over here and have some dupes so that the dupes can come and spend way more time. So I got to think about how I want to do that. But for now, the main thing was getting Dreckos because I need plastic, I need fiber. One of the things too is I wanted to get go back to the other planet, and I wanted to get the that new home for the animals, the critter condos going. Well, unfortunately, to do critter condos, you need fiber. So everything led to need those Dreckos. Anyhow, so just wanted to update the progress that the mission was a success. They'll be on their way back and land, and I'll start working on a Drecko ranch. I'm thinking I'm going to probably build it somewhere over here, and it'll fit in because I need some space, and I'm not ready to tear out the mealwood. So anyways, thanks for watching, and things are getting a lot more stable, and hopefully I'll have an update in a day or two as to how things are going. So thanks again. See ya.